already have 13 young people ready to move into that. So we're very excited about that. A little background for you. In 2019-ish, the county and its partners began working on developing a community system to address homelessness in our county. And they approached us because we work with youth and said, would you take the lead on addressing the youth cap? And we said yes. That's what we do. We work with young people. We've had a shelter for teens for years, Hut House. We had some transitional housing, but we didn't have a system. And so, take a step forward in October of 2021, the city helped, and the county, Stanislaus County, helped us to stand up the Youth Navigation Center of Stanislaus County. And now we have a system in our community to address youth homelessness, from outreach, street outreach and engagement, to navigating the system, to shelter, to transitional housing, and ultimately to permanent housing. And that led us to where we are today, because the only way to address and end youth homelessness is to have housing that's youth specific. And I don't know how many of you have looked at the housing market lately, but it's pretty tight. And if you're a young person with no rental history, not great credit, you can't compete. And you don't need a 3-bedroom house. You need something that makes sense for you at this point in time in your life. And so we partnered with the city to develop this funding project. And we have currently, just for your knowledge, we have about 357 young people on the coordinated entry list in Stanislaus County. In a county of 550,000 people, that's a solvable problem. You know, we can solve and end youth homelessness in this county if we develop the right kind of housing inventory for these young people. And this is a prevention strategy. Young people may be in their first and hopefully their last episode of homelessness. They are not experiencing homelessness like the chronically homeless that we often see on the streets that are struggling. So we're very, very excited that you're all here today. And I totally did not look at any of the pages of my notes. So I'm going to just skip ahead here because this just makes me energized and excited. I do want to spend a little bit of time right now thanking the people who made this possible. And so I'm going to invite some people up. We could not have done this project. The Center, if you know anything about the Center for Human Services, we're a large nonprofit. We don't do anything without partners. And we were so fortunate to partner with the City of Modesto, the California State Department of Housing and Community Development, HCD, and the Skokie Project, Stanislaus County, and the Community System of Care that addresses our community continuum of care to address homelessness. Brad Hahn, a private citizen who really has played a critical role in this project, and Stanco, who will be our property manager for this project. So I'm going to call them up, but first I want to call up Danny Savage. Danny is on the board of directors at Center for Human Services, who our board is a fearless board. They're creative and they said yes to this project. We couldn't do it without them. And Danny also is the principal of Paradigm Construction. So he was on our construction team and provided that kind of support. So on behalf of the board, Danny, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say a couple of words.
My name is Danny Savage. I am with Paradigm Construction, but I've been on the board of directors since 2015. We actually did when CHS moved into their new building on Bricksmore, we were the ones that got to do that. And immediately, I just became the goals, the passion. You can see the energy that Cindy has, how excited she is for doing this with the goal of ending homelessness in Stanislaus County. So here I am 8 years later. I'm actually one of the senior members on the board at this point, and we're going strong. It's been my privilege to work on this project. I do also want to thank Cindy, of course, for being the visionary that she is, and very inspiring, as always, like I've told you. Brad Hahn, who donated his architectural and engineering expertise for this project. And this has been going on a long time. We had issues with the switchgear and doing other things to get this to where it's at now, but we got through it. And also I want to thank Harris Builders. They partnered with us to get this done, and 2 years later, here we are. So thank you everybody for coming, and we are excited to show this off to you.
As I mentioned earlier, most of the funding for this project came from the State of California Department of Housing and Community Development, and Tim Lawless is the branch
chief.
Branch chief, I'm waiting for something, for the home key department or the project. So he's come down to spend some time with us this morning, so I'd like to give him a chance to say a few words.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you to the city and to the Center for Services for inviting me to speak at today's grand opening on behalf of HCD. It's a really lovely project, and it's a pleasure to be here. As mentioned, my name is Tim Lawless. I oversee the Home Key program at State HCD, which provided about $3.9 million in funding for this project. You know, when reflecting on the project, driving around this morning, several things stand out. Number one, it's great to see homeless youth being served. We have a whole set aside in Home Key for homeless youth. You know, if we're serious about ending homelessness, we need to provide stable housing to young adults. So congratulations on this project for serving this population. And number two, the strong partnerships that are in place. We know that housing and homelessness is a regional issue. We see that a lot at the state. And we just have great partnerships in place. We've got the city of Modesto, we've got the Stanislaus County System of Care, we have the Center for Human Services, which has a lot of experience in serving this population. We have Stanco, we have a variety of others that are in place that provide the financial support and to make this project stable globally. And this is why we're really excited about Home Key at the state, which so far has awarded nearly $3 million to 210 projects across the state, expected to create nearly 13,000 units of housing. And we have another active funding round currently, so we're just going to add to that number over time. These Home Key projects really vary from community to community. Sometimes they're existing buildings that are converted, like this one. Sometimes they focus on factory-built housing that can be built off-site, installed quickly. But it's all sort of part of this administration's effort to build more housing, build faster, and ideally with access to daily destinations of everyday life, which is very much what we see here with this project. And then finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't highlight that the other essential piece is really local leadership. The state does provide one of the funding for projects like this, but we recognize that without local leaders saying yes to housing, these projects don't happen. So thank you very much to the city, the elected leadership for being a real leader in getting this project off the ground. So again, I'd like to congratulate the city, Center for Human Services, Stanco, and many others that moved quickly to make this project happen. And I wish all the young adults that are moving in nothing but the best. With that, thank you again for inviting me to today's meeting.
So next, I'd like to invite Mayor Zwollen up to represent the city of Modesto and make a few comments. You can come on up. I'm still going to say something outside. I want to recognize the fact that we have city council members here. You're going to tell me who they are.
All right.
I don't want to miss anybody.
I know them well. We have Councilmember David Wright. Councilmember Jeremiah Williams. Councilmember Rosa Escutia Brayton. Where are we? There you go. Councilmember Eric Alvarez.
Anybody? Thank you. In addition to that, we have many city employees here and the development team that helped put this project together. Jessica Gill, Heather Jones, Edgar Garcia, Trina, I don't know if Trina's here. She's here. Trina, which one am I looking at? Of course, our city manager, Joe Lopez, who signed way more documents than he probably would.
Thank you, Cindy. We have read the words, "For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me." Today is another great day for the city of Modesto. There is no higher calling than taking care of our community's most vulnerable and homeless children and youth are some of our most vulnerable. Today, we welcome homeless and at-risk youth to have a safe, stable, and permanent place to call home right here in Modesto. This project, which was converted from commercial and office space, will feature 10 studio apartments and 4 one-bedroom units. Each unit is fully furnished and includes a kitchenette, washer-dryer combination, and wireless internet access. Tenants will also receive supportive services and case management services to include behavioral health, physical health, education, and employment services. Projects like this prove that we can roll up our sleeves and do the real work addressing homelessness here in Modesto. I am grateful to Governor Gavin Newsom in California's Department of Housing and Community Development for selecting our project for the Project Home Key funds that have made today possible. I also want to thank the Center for Human Services for partnering with us as well. It's the Stanislaus County Community Services Agency, Stanislaus Regional Housing Authority, and Stanislaus County System of Care for the ongoing services and operational support they will provide. Finally, I want to thank our amazing city staff for their tenacity in searching for every dollar and making this project a reality. Working together, state, county, city, and community, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. Thank you so much.
Okay, next I would like to introduce one of my favorite people who has played a critical role. Most people look at me like, really? We could not have done this without Brad Hahn. He's a community volunteer. He's involved in the Stanislaus Housing Alliance, which is a housing group that comes together to address homeless issues across cities. And he has been like a champion for this project from the beginning. He designed the project, he managed the construction for us, and he did that all pro bono, in kind. So we're very grateful for him, and this could not have happened without him. So Brad, I want to give you an opportunity to say a few words.
I'm really proud to be here. I'm really happy that we're having this in the garage. The one place that nobody's supposed to see all of items. And we decided not to paint it.
I'll talk to the designer
But
about that.
the whole idea of this from the inception was provide a place that people should be proud to live. You know, not just a place to put people, but they'd be proud to live. And I told many people, my litmus test was if my daughter was going to be one of the tenants, I would be okay with it. So we didn't cut any life safety, fire life safety corners. We did the project that it needed to be. The city of Modesto was very good working with, dealing with issues that we had to work around, and we got what we got here today. The mural is a very interesting aspect of it. This used to be the Harley-Davidson dealer in Modesto. So we're in a sort of a transition office industrial area for that American Lumber across the street. What can we do to make this so that if I live there, I'd be proud to say it's a little with the mural on the front. And so that's what we did. Found it from Sam Dominguez. Did the one on the police union's wall down there, and I found him, and we got going on this whole thing. So I would say that also what this represents is much more than you can imagine. This is the beginning, and this is a springboard for us in Bethesda. We currently have 8 units on 7th Street going. Jeremiah Williams' property, he's doing that. We're talking to some folks on 608 9th Street, because there's hundreds of these types of buildings around town, in every town. And so this is a good way to provide housing for folks. And the thing I love about it with OMP is, yes, they're coming in, they're getting supportive services, but they don't have to leave. There is no deadline on when they have to leave. So if they want to stay there the rest of their lives, that's okay. And that, to me, brings such stability to especially a class of folks that have been, put around the community because of the system. So anyway, I'm very happy to do this, and I did this without Brian, so
I'm very proud of you. Thank you. I would like to invite up is Steve Madison with Stanco. Steve was really critical. We needed a property manager who would come in and manage properties. That's not what the Center for Human Services does. But Stanco does it very well. And so I'd like to thank Steve personally for doing it, saying yes to this crazy lady who kept coming to say, it's going to be fine. It's gonna be fine. I appreciate your trust and faith in us, and I'd like to let you say
Good morning, everyone. The beautiful thing about going last is everything's been said. So I do want to mention that we're delighted to again partner with the city on the OMP project and to come alongside a strong partner like the Center for Human Services in order to serve housing youth in our community. And we applaud all the partners in this project for the brilliant use of the infill property to create something that's important right now in the community. We see ourselves at Stanco as a force multiplier, meaning we're going to handle the administration of all the leasing and the property management. So our partner, Center for Human Service, can focus like a laser on the supportive services for the clients and not have to worry about the other issues with the property. It's not that they won't bring, but we'll make sure that they do. So we're delighted to be a part of the project. We look forward to additional partnerships as we come down the road. And thank you all for being out here today, because this is an important part of the community.
That we have 2 apartments and studios open on this side and one bedroom on this side. So feel free to do that. We're going to do a ribbon cutting with the chamber and some presentations from some of our electeds. So please feel free to stay around and visit. This ends the formal presentation. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
We're pretty close. Mike. So, still pretty close, but. Oh, yeah. We're good.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with the presentations this morning. I'm Trish Christensen, President and CEO of the Modesto Chamber of Commerce. All right.
Tony Garcia, President and CEO of the Stanislaus Latino Chamber of Commerce.
So we would like to have the opportunity to congratulate this project. I was present when the Convention Center opened. The way that you guys have been here making a difference in the community since 1970, evolving and growing, and now filling a call and answering a call and filling a gap to help prevent homelessness. Yeah, so you guys have goals. Long-term efforts in our community to make a difference for homelessness. So that's Cindy Duenas and step aside so Johnny can step in.
Thank you guys for coming. I know kind of awkward this is a great place. I always say that our city is one of the best ones around for projects and organizations like this. Our community, we are part of the California County Chamber of Commerce. So we talk to different chambers up and down the state of California. We hear about, like say the Hispanic chambers, and they do a lot of different things. We're blessed that of the places we don't have. So thank you guys for having this accommodation center. We got John, Congressman John Worthing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kristan Santos. I'm here representing Congressman John Duarte of California's 13th Congressional District. I'm so glad to be here today with Modesto Chamber of Commerce and Stanislaus Chamber for this joint ribbon cutting this occasion for this Project Home Project, the Center for Human Services in conjunction with the City of Modesto and Stanislaus County. There are so many partners on this, and homelessness really is a tragic issue that disproportionately affects cities like Modesto and other places here in the Central Valley. We're so glad to see something that will address it. It's a personal issue for me. My father was a Desert Storm veteran. Unfortunately, was homeless for a time, had to deal with the invisible wounds of that conflict for the rest of his life. So I'm really so glad, and the Congressman is so glad to see this come into place to help our homeless families in Modesto. So I'm not proud of what the congratulations to all.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Senator Marie Alfonso, thank you for the services you provide.
Next, Abby.
With the fly on my nose? All right.
Hi, my name is Abby, and I'm from the California Assemblyman Juan Alvarez's office, and on behalf of the California State Assembly, we want to congratulate you for Thank you so much for providing for our young people, especially with the housing crisis like we have. So we want to sorry, 2 seconds. Supervisor.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for including us in today's opening of this beautiful facility. And the Center for Human Services, who, Cindy, with your leadership, have really been trailblazers in looking at innovative approaches to complex problems in our community. And this is one of them. I know the theme this morning has been about partnerships and partnering with everybody, and this is the result of that. When everybody works together, good things happen. And this is a good thing for our community. And I'm proud, on behalf of the Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors, to represent or to present you with a certificate for this beautiful establishment that you've worked so hard with, the City of Modesto, Brad Hahn, and many others standing here. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mary's Wallen, and what I hope you would have been
Congratulations presented to the Center for Human Services on this day of September 19th, 2023. On behalf of the Modesto City Council, I congratulate you on the grand opening of 1208 9th Street. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of young adults in our community. Your hard work and dedication is to be commended. Thank you so much.
get them all in.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, because there's two.
Awesome. Is that it? Is that everybody?
No, we got that ribbon.
We got two more. Okay, sorry.
All right, so on behalf of the Modesto Chamber of Commerce, again, it is an honor and a privilege to be here in support of this project, the opening of it, and I agree the collaboration and the care our community has to leverage relations and all the projects like this. We're in the best place ever. So that you brought this right here to downtown, it's a gift to our community. So thank you for all you're doing. We're going to give you our certificates and our upside down plaque.
And Sari, she's going to present ours.
Hi, I'm Sarai. Nice to meet you. I want to, on behalf of the Stanislaus Latino Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank you for everything you have put into this, as well as your team. I know, IAT basically in their ranch village put something like this so wonderful. So I want to, on behalf of the Stanislaus Latino, I want to present to you our certificate as well as our